Be Wealthy and Smart, episode 1172.
Step into a world of wealth and financial freedom without budgets, boredom, or bosses on Be Wealthy and Smart. And now, here's your host, Linda P. Jones.
Welcome to Be Wealthy and Smart. I'm Linda P. Jones, America's Wealth Mentor, empowering women and men worldwide to financial freedom. On today's show, we're going to talk about why not all cryptos are created equal. Now, this is something that is so important right now because the news is full of negativity. And recently we had some bad news about some going-ons with Binance, which is the world's biggest Bitcoin exchange and altcoin crypto exchange in the world by volume. So this could look very bad for crypto. But here's why we have to separate the truth from the fiction, and this is so important for you to understand, because the talking heads are going to use this Binance exchange problem and corruption, just like FTX, to color all crypto as bad. Meanwhile, the new banking system is being set up that is going to have certain cryptocurrencies, a handful, be the solution to the problems that we're seeing right now with banking and the dollar. Also in the news right now, we're hearing about the BRICS nations, Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa, that are all banding together against the dollar, if you will. They're creating a new world reserve currency to replace the dollar. I believe there's a coordinated plan for those nations to at once dump the dollar, which will send the value plummeting and send our prices skyrocketing. This isn't new news. It's been talked about for a very long time, and it's in process right now. In fact, we had a new development that I tweeted about today, which was Kenya signing a deal with Saudi Arabia and the UAE to buy oil with Kenyan shillings instead of US dollars. This is the BRICS nations, and now there's an additional 16 nations that have signed up with the original BRICS, Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa, plus 16, that now represent more of the world's population than the G7. The problem that they see is that the dollar's dominance is an issue because the Federal Reserve has gotten so much debt, and our debt to GDP is so high because the Fed has printed so much money that it's essentially made our money less and less valuable. And these countries are saying, we don't want to trade in a currency that is going to lose value, and the writing's on the wall. So while I think they probably have a plan to dump it at the same time, over time the same thing would happen anyway. They're just saying they're probably going to pick a certain date and stop using the dollar altogether. Sophisticated investors are preparing for this by buying silver, which has the most percentage-wise potential to gain in value should something happen to the dollar, gold, which is more of a way to maintain your wealth, and certain cryptocurrencies that are currently undervalued and are part of the new banking system. As I always say, everything with money is pre-planned. For example, one of my favorite cryptos, XRP, has been tested in the banking system since 2014. This is something people don't really realize. It's been around for a long time and been used in the banking system behind the scenes to transfer funds. There's even a go-live calendar for moving money, and on that calendar there is a transition for SWIFT, the prior system that transferred money in the banking system, particularly in the United States, but also around the world. There is a go-live timeframe for the UK. There is a go-live timeframe for Fedwire. And there is a go-live scheduled for the rest of Europe. Now, some of these dates have already passed because they have already transitioned to ISO 20022 standards and specifications. That means they're standardized in a way that they can communicate with each other. And since we know that 80% of high-value transactions in the future will work with ISO 2002 regulations, those are the cryptocurrencies that we've always focused on as part of the new financial system. Not all cryptocurrencies are the same, and with over 20,000 cryptocurrencies, most of them are speculative garbage. They're not going to survive. But there are some diamonds and gems in there that will be the big winners. I always talk about the similarities between now and the dot-com era. Back in the dot-com era, we had Amazon.com and Yahoo.com as two examples. Amazon.com went on to become Amazon, the mega store, and a very successful company and stock. Yahoo.com, as I understand it, turned down an opportunity, stood on its own, and is a shell of its former self. Back in the day, the fact that they had .com on their business name was enough to send it skyrocketing into a speculative frenzy. But that only lasted for a short period of time, and ultimately, the only stocks that would survive are the ones that had real earnings, real customers, a real business model, real management, just like any company that's going to succeed over time. And cryptocurrencies have to have good projects, good technology, low fees, high scalability, high speed, etc., in order to be the ones that are going to win in the future. People are not going to pay higher fees than what they're paying banks right now to transfer funds. Absolutely not. They have to have a technology that has low cost to transfer funds and that can transfer funds in a fraction of a second. Today in the news, something that flew under the radar you may not have seen was that Forbes reported that Fidelity and BlackRock are quietly laying the groundwork, that's their quote, for crypto's next bull run. They have a combined $14 trillion in assets under management. Specifically, the report notes that the two financial entities have been expanding into cryptocurrencies among the banking crisis. It goes on to say the digital asset industry has only gotten stronger since the start of the year, and it seems some financial institutions are preparing for an impending crypto bull run. That means they're expecting crypto to go up like crazy, and that would fit in our time cycle in which crypto goes up for 3 years and then down for 1 year. We had the down year last year. Now we're going to have 3 positive years in crypto. What does that mean? That means they're identifying the incredible buying opportunities that certain cryptocurrencies have right now because their prices have been beaten down. They're selling at a fraction of where they were, and they have tremendous growth rates and the capability to see more mainstream adoption over the next 3 to 10 years, which could send these cryptocurrency prices up dramatically. What do I mean by dramatically? Well, let me go back in time and give you real numbers, so I'm not projecting forward pie in the sky numbers. Real numbers from 2017 show us that XRP in that year increased 31,000% in 2017 alone, from 0.006 cents to $2 that year. That meant that $1,000 grew to $310,000. Now, I came from the traditional financial arena. I came from traditional stock investing and a career of over 25 years of marketing traditional investments. But when I saw the potential that certain cryptocurrencies had, it caught my attention so much that I had to write the book, 3 Steps to Quantum Wealth, The Wealth Heiress's Guide to Financial Freedom by Investing in Cryptocurrencies, to show how cryptocurrencies, some of them, have outperformed traditional stocks, and why I believed that this was an investment opportunity similar to the dot-com era investment opportunity. And that is not over. We have not even adopted crypto in a mainstream way yet. I believe everyone in the future will be able to control their own cryptocurrencies, transfer their own funds at a fraction of a penny, not have to use an intermediary like a bank. It will be fast, easy, and save a lot of money. And to show you that crypto is here to stay, Congress has proposed bills for cryptocurrency that are in process right now. They are going to clarify whether cryptocurrencies are securities or whether they are commodities, and how they should be treated tax-wise and in the investment world. This is clarification that we desperately need. If cryptocurrencies weren't legitimate, Congress wouldn't be doing that. They wouldn't be putting laws in place for them to stay long term and for them to be part of the financial system. Everything with money has to be planned way in advance. And because we're transitioning from our old financial system that is slow and cumbersome and has high fees to a digital financial system where all assets are about to be tokenized and be able to be sent as easily as sending an email. That's the next phase of technology that we're going into. And just like not all technology companies are created equal, not all cryptocurrencies are created equal. So what am I saying? I'm saying that now is an excellent time to invest a small portion of your portfolio into cryptocurrency, 3 to 5%. There's a handful of cryptocurrencies that seem to be the future financial system that have been already agreed upon by certain banks and by certain financial institutions to be part of that future. The potential gains are unlike any other investment area that I can think of. Greater than real estate, greater than stocks, bonds, precious metals, and it doesn't take a large investment to make a big difference to your portfolio if they're successful. Many cryptocurrencies are selling for less than $1 right now. And for a few $100s or a few $1,000s, that's enough of a stake to actually make a potential difference in your financial portfolio. Now, I can't make any guarantees. No investment is guaranteed, but I do want to point out where the wealth building opportunities are, especially since so many people have had difficult times since we've been through the pandemic. And a lot of people really haven't recovered from that. We need to have something that just a small investment could help potentially turn that situation around. And I believe that to be a handful of cryptocurrencies that look like they're extremely promising in this new financial system that we're moving toward. Cryptocurrencies that are going to help tokenize assets. Cryptocurrencies that are going to move and be a bridge currency from one asset to another asset. Cryptocurrencies that are going to save money, increase speed, that are going to build new stock exchanges that will be digital stock exchanges. Just like one of our cryptocurrencies, Algorand, helped Israel create their stock exchange because it was fast, scalable, and inexpensive. We're moving toward a digital world. I've talked about wealthy investors investing in digital assets and cryptocurrencies. I've talked about banks investing in them. I've talked about financial institutions investing in them, hedge funds, professional money managers. The wave of money hasn't really come in yet, and we're ahead of the mainstream. Just like PayPal became the next generation of digital money, so too will we have the next generation of being able to send money from anywhere to anywhere. Because right now, yes, PayPal is digital money, but you can't move PayPal to Zelle, for example. You have to go from PayPal back to the bank and then over to Zelle. So it has limitations and it needs upgrading to the next level of technology where you can move any money from anywhere to anyone, anywhere, in any currency. And that's one of the things that XRP does. It will allow you to, for example, move money in dollars and transfer them to Japan in yen. It will allow you to take money in pesos and send it in euros to someone in Europe. It's the bridge currency that can transact between any two currencies that our world has today and move it fast and inexpensively. This will revolutionize our global shopping. It will revolutionize global money transfer. It will revolutionize cross-border payments. This is the time to get involved in the next evolution of where we're going. And I want to make the case that the news that you're hearing is a lot of noise and distraction that's keeping you from the real investment opportunity that's before you. Now, there is a steep learning curve. You do have to learn how to transact in cryptocurrencies, and it does take some effort to learn that, to store it properly, to transact with it. That's one of the reasons I wrote my book. And if that's something that you want to learn more about, cryptocurrency as an investment opportunity and which ones to buy, etc., you can start with that. If you want help investing in cryptocurrency and to grow with us over time as this evolves over the next years, because this is not something that is a get-rich-quick scheme. Could it happen quickly? Yes, it could. But also, we are moving into this technology, and we're going to see that happen this decade. That's why we want to be invested early and cheaply, which is right now. If there is anywhere that I see the most opportunity, it's within a handful of certain cryptocurrencies that are going to be in the new banking system, and I would love to help you do that. If you haven't yet subscribed to Be Wealthy and Smart, hit the subscribe button, and you'll be notified as soon as new podcasts are available. That's all for today. Until next time, live the good life and be wealthy and smart.
Thank you for listening to Be Wealthy and Smart with Linda P. Jones. Share the wealth and tell your family and friends about the show. Check out our website, blog, and social media for more riches at www.bewealthyandsmart.com.